Oh god, here we go. Alright, guys, it's that time again where I need to be deciding what career mode I'll be doing next. Which team should I be? Now, this video is going to be a choice of 4. All you'll have to do is click one of 4 boxes at the end of the video here, and it will take you to another page where you can register your vote. It's going to be as simple as that. There's going to be 4 teams, and that is it. Oh, okay, I'm very, very indecisive. I've been struggling so much over the last, well, 4 or 5 days, thinking about what team I want to do, let alone what team I think would do well in a series. But let's get straight into it here. Let's load up the 4 teams that I'm going with. 1 is Reading, 1 is Wolves, 1 is 1860 Munich, and 1 is Real Zaragoza from the Spanish League. We are going to start off with Reading. We'll go down. Right, so what I'm going to do is briefly explain why I like these teams, what I think I could do with them, and also we're going to look at the team that I would start off with. So we'll start off with Reading. Every team I've got on show here will be in a 4-2-3-1, just to show off, you know the potential in this team, and this is probably the formation I would go with. So with Reading, you've got a very good, balanced team. One thing that you need in career mode for me is good age, below, I want to say below 29, and you want good stamina, and you want players that are good in every single position, and that Reading has that. We've got McCarthy in goal, Gunter as right back, good stamina on him. We've got 2 very good centre backs, Pearce and Morrison. They are both 22 and 24 respectively. We've got Cummings as left back, even though he's a right back, so that's a potential area I would need to invest in, a proper left back. In midfield we have Williams and Karakan there, or Karasan, I'm not sure. Both very good midfielders, good stamina once again. On the right, we would have McCleary, left Obita, Guthrie in the middle, and Lafondre, who is going to be insane if I do start one with Reading. He will be top goal scorer, I'm sure, up front. And the bench and the reserves are actually pretty decent as well. One main man, I was going to say, stands out here, and that is Drenthe. This guy would be a monster. The only problem with him is, probably as you can tell already, his stamina is incredibly low. Not incredibly, but not very good. But he would be a star of the show as well, a super sub maybe. So Reading, I think, would be a decent choice indeed. Other things I want to show you while we're looking at these teams is the finances. So for Reading, we would have £11.2 million and 35,000 per week. Also, I want to show you guys who is loaned out. So there's potential to bring players back in, and one of them would be this guy here, Daniel Calico, I think it is. He's Portuguese, yes he is, and will provide some more cover for my central defensive midfield area. Sorry, my central centre back area and central midfield, because he can play as a CDM as well. So that is Reading, guys. I personally think a very, very good idea in terms of why I would be doing it, and that is to take them back to glory, bring them back into the Premier League, and fight for, staying up in the Premier League in the 2nd season if I get promoted, and then in the 3rd season trying to go for Europe maybe if I've got a strong enough team. So now we're going to back out, and I think we'll go with Wolves next. Personally, I think Wolves is going to be the most popular. I've spoke about doing Wolves before. I did a career mode pilot test on my stream the other day, and people really enjoyed it. So let's have a look at Wolves. Straight away, the team, I would argue, is one of the better teams here in terms of having to build more of my own team, bringing in more potential and things like that. This team has that. It's got areas of improvement. That's what I want to say. Ikemi in goal, good Nigerian goalkeeper there. Doherty is right back. We've got Stearman and Bath. Again, 2 very good centre-backs here. Both relatively young, and both have decent stamina as well. Goldborn, I would have to replace eventually. I mean, he's 25 now. Yeah, 25. Only 66 overall. Yeah, I could do the same and maybe do what I said I'd do with Reading and bring in a new left back. McDonald and Davis sitting in the CDM roles. 2 very good midfielders. We've got Henry out on the right. Jacobs out on the left. And the main man, Sacco. This guy is a left winger, but I would be using him as a cam because this guy's an absolute tank. 81 strength. And he is 200 pounds. Look at that, 6 foot. And we have Dicko up front. What a name that is. So that is a very good lineup and has good potential to improve. The bench is very good as well. Good backup as a centre-back here. We got Ebanks Landell. Elakobi, beast mode. Look at that strength. Holy crap. Some good youngsters as well, like Evans would have decent potential. Only 18. And Clark as the backup striker. The only problem I I don't want to say they're old, but a lot of the players on the bench are kind of old. You know, you've got Ricketts here, 31, not on the bench, I mean the reserve, sorry, Foley. A few youngsters here, and we've got Tank, one of the best names in the game for sure. So that is Wolves. Let's have a look at the finances, see how much we would have with them. £4 million and 20,000, so that is a massive difference compared to Reading. And in terms of players that are out on loan, there are a lot here. And one player that I would definitely bring back is Doumbia, this guy from Mali. Very, very nice midfielder, 6'4", and he's got that stats. I mean, that is insane. He would be a very good player next to McDonald and would really bulk up the squad. In terms of anyone else, I probably wouldn't bring anyone back. So that is Wolves. Now, bear in mind, we're not done yet. I know most of you will probably have made your mind already, but there's still 2 more teams, and they're odd teams, and we'll start off with Munich here. Let's go to 1860 Munich. So yeah, before you make any decisions, guys, please do hear me out in the next 2 teams, because this, you know, arguably would be a very different career mode. I've never done a career mode like it where I've taken a small team in a different league. And I think 1860 Munich would be my least favourite out of this list, but still they have potential to be a pretty cool series, because I could get them in the first league, the Bundesliga, and try and match, you know, Bayern Munich. I know it sounds impossible, but not after a few seasons. If I get some youngsters in with good potential, it's well and truly possible. So we've got a young guy in goal, pretty decent there. In terms of the defence, it's not the best, I'll be honest. The defence isn't too good. Some of them are older than I would like I'm not going to even try and pronounce his name, but he's 27 and only 67 overall. So, you know, the OCD inside of me is just like, he is not going to make it. We've got Stark and Stahl in midfield, very decent. Stoppelkamp on the right and Udlong on the left. Hain in the middle and Osaku up front. This guy is from Japan. There's lots of great strikers in this team, actually, that I could probably use. We've got Numea there, we've got Lauf, and we have Wood. So, Gat Wood. The bench isn't too good, nothing special. So this team, I would argue, out of all 4 of these teams, has the most area for, you know, potential improvement. And it's in the German second league. So another down, I want to say, another downer. This was the main keeper, by the way, but he's 37, so I thought, nah. But the other, yeah, like the downer, it does mean I don't know much about the league itself, and it might not be as entertaining. Let's just put it that way. So, you know, consider it at least. In terms of budget, 4.8 million euros and 20,000 per week. Not massively huge, really. Not really. No one is out on loan, so there'd be no players that I could bring back in, which is unfortunate. It's always good if you've got that option as an emergency. But anyway, let's get into the last team here, and that is Zaragoza from the second league in Spain. These guys are the richest club in that league, so I would have the potential to buy some pretty decent players. And obviously, it would mean if we get promoted, we'd be then fighting against Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, lots of other good teams in the Liga BBVA. Let's have a look at the squad here. One of my favourite squads, actually, but I found out a little problem, which I'll get onto in a minute. The defence is incredibly strong. We have some very good defenders here who I think would do well. Wouldn't need to improve that defence at all in the first season. Where I would have to improve is going forward. We've got one guy who's on loan, so I would be losing him, and he's one of my better players there. Good midfield, good wingers as well. I like to see some good wingers. And then we've got Roger and Henriquez, who are both very good players, but again, are both on loan. So I would lose these guys. These 2 players, I guess, are heading the team. I mean, Henriquez here, he is a bright future star, 19 years old and 73 overall. And from Chile, he looks like he could be a very decent player, but of course, I haven't actually got him in the squad. He would go. And then I look at my other strikers. I mean, who the hell do I bring in? We've got a 32-year-old, and we've got a very young 19-year-old who isn't very proven, has bad stats, really. It would be very difficult to actually get this team going after the first season, so it would be a real challenge. So obviously consider that as well. But I do have a feeling, like I said at the start, most of you guys will want me to probably go with an English team, so everyone kind of knows more what's going on. The budget on this team would be about 4.3 million euros and 35,000 per week, so a little bit more than 1860 Munich. And like I said, I just want to prove to you guys Loney. These are the 3 players we've got. Roger, Henriquez, and Azevedo. That means those 3 players will be gone at the end of the season, and they are 3 big players in this team. So I would really have to get some players in before that happens, or as I'll struggle, especially if I do get promoted into Liga BBVA. That would be a difficult run-in to stay up. But there you go, guys. Now on screen you will see 4 different images. Please click on one of them that you would really like me to use. If you're unsure, you can vote twice, I don't mind. As long as you are having a specific vote, I would really like that. And what I will do is tomorrow, when I want to start making the new series, I will check which video. Basically what you do is you click on the video, it will take you to an unlisted video. Whichever one's got the most views, I will pick. So yeah, if you want to vote for Wolves, click on Wolves. If you want to vote for Wedding? If you want to vote for Reading, click on that. You can also hit the like button on those videos as well. That's another good way to place your vote, because if a team has less views but loads more likes, then I know obviously more people would actually really want that team. But yeah, just simply click any of the team badges on screen right now and submit your vote. I'd really appreciate it, guys. And this time, whatever wins is the team I will do. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to go back on my word. Hopefully. I can't guarantee it. But if you want to know my personal favourite, I think Reading and Wolves. I'm very torn between those 2. Zaragoza and 1860 Munich, they would be very different and might not be as interesting as Reading and Wolves. So those are my favourites, but I'll leave it down to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.